Hello, this is Leo's Trains here or Leo's VI Life, depending on where you're watching me.
Desktop window.
Or hearing me.
Transport.
Computer, don't need to do that. Anyway, as you've just promptly heard when it decided to tell you itself, I am on my computer today with my speech NVDA, as I'm sure you might know we use speech off on computers. I use NVDA, people use others, there are many options available. Some of them being Jaws and another one called there's one built into the Windows system. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Probably find out, but not now. Now's not the time. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So today, as you know, I'm on my computer, which means only one thing. It's time for another video. But you might be able to know, you can't see anything on my screen. That's because I'm playing a game today. And the game in question is an audio game. I've decided to make this new series on this game. You might know it. It's Transport World Simulator. It's an audio game by someone called TWS Fan. It's on version 1.5.6, and I'm going to be introducing you to it and audio games in general. So if my sound quality is not the best, I've just tried to find the best place where you can hear my computer and my voice, which isn't very easy. So if you hear my keyboard clicking, you might. I'm sorry if there's any background noise. People are moving around and like to walk and slam doors. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so this is... I'll give you a quick explanation of audio games. They are games with... So, if you're sighted, you may know that of proper games. I have played them before, but they're not very easy. You might know of games where you look around, you interact with stuff. I'm just using Minecraft as an example. You use things like colours and stuff, and you are able to walk around and interact with things, and you're able to see what you're doing. In this game, it's like that. You don't see, you hear what you're doing. So each thing has like a audio cue. So for example, example, using Transport World Simulator as an example, it tells you when you're at a certain speed, it tells you when you need to stop braking, it tells you the distance to stations and signals. I may as well explain what Transport World Simulator is. It's a train simulator for the blind. As I said, it's on version 1.5.6, and you do it completely doing audio. I'll explain to you, as we're going, I'll explain to you about the game, if you know audio games, and I'll give you a tutorial to the game, basically, an intro. I'm probably going to make this into a little series where I drive different routes. An intro to the game, and an intro to audio games in general, if you've never heard of them. So I'll explain what's going on in the game, and I'll give you a tutorial to the game, if that makes sense. So I'm going to load the game now. I'm selected on it. It's quite a large file download if you download it. It's from itch.io. So, yes, and then you go into there. There are mods as well. You can download mods, and you can make your own tracks, and make your own train routes. But I'm not very good at it, and because I've installed it recently, I haven't got any mods. So, I am going to click enter once I'm on it. So it's highlighted, I think. Yep, it's highlighted. I'm going to press enter to start the program. It's there. Once you've loaded it up, it will be you'll have to unzip it, and it's the TWS.exe file. So here we go. Again, sorry if you hear my keyboard at all. So
loading, please wait.
That's what it says. That's my speech, by the way.
Transport World Simulator V156.
If it tells you what version it's on.
Welcome to Transport. Please select an entry with the arrow keys
menu.
and press enter to activate it. Packs.
Tells you what to do. Use your arrow keys. I'm going to take you to the settings first. So you've got all these options. You've got
Modded routes.
packs, modded routes, where you've got
Packs.
modded routes, where if you build your own routes, they will appear there.
Settings.
Settings, where we're going to check in a minute.
Important links.
Important links, which is the new thing they've added. From my experience, the links don't sort of work. Anyway, this game is a few This game has a few bugs, but the developer is active in trying to sort them in his free time, but he doesn't really have, because obviously he's got other live commitments, so he tries.
Exit game.
And then obviously exit game, where you click that to exit the game.
Packs. Modded route. Settings.
So let's go down to settings and I'll take you a tour through it.
You are now in the settings menu. Here you can change many different settings for TWS. Dialog. You are now in the settings menu. Here you can change many different settings for TWS.
As it said, you are now in the settings menu. Here you can change many different settings for TWS. So if I'm using in that menu, I was using my tab, no, not my tab, my arrow keys and my enter to select things. This one, I'm using my tab to go around the options and then enter to go into a different option and change it. So, the first option.
Learn game sounds button.
Learn game sounds. Now this is interesting. So, because you have all the different game sounds, and it's useful to learn them. I'll click enter on
Please
it.
select an entry with the arrow keys and press enter to activate it. Engine door signal.
Please, it says again, use arrow keys and then press enter to activate it. It's good to tell you what keys to press when you're in the menus. This is, for example, the engine door signal. I'll explain more about this later, but it sounds like this.
Please select an entry with the arrow.
That click at the start was it's saying I've selected it basically.
Faster than the calculated braking curve.
And it's got braking. It sounds for braking curves.
Start braking for the next station.
Start braking for the next station because it tells you. So.
Please select an entry.
Yep, it tells you that.
Speed warning.
Speed warning if you're travelling 10% faster than the speed limit.
Departure time.
That's the departure time. Or ding, I think, when the signal goes green.
This train is ready to depart.
This train is ready to depart. When all your passengers have boarded, it will play that sound.
Stop notification.
Stop notification to...
Please select an entry.
which is basically where your door... basically it says, oh, you're in the stop zone of the platform. Open your doors on the side that it's dinging on.
Dead man switch alarm.
Dead man switch alarm. So...
Activate or deactivate the LZB.
These are all pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to go back out of there.
Sound test button.
Sound test. Here we go. If I click into
Press
this,
the left or right arrow keys to test the corresponding audio channel and escape to cancel.
it explained itself. Right. Left. That's pretty self-explanatory again.
Transport world language button.
Language. So you have 3 languages.
Select language English.
English,
Spanish.
Spanish,
English. Deutsch.
and German.
English. Spanish. English. OK button Alt plus O. Cancel button Alt languages list Alt plus L. English.
I'm going to click
OK
on
button.
English.
The language has been set. You have to TTS settings button.
TTS settings, where you can change your... That's text-to-speech settings, where you can change what voice gets used. And you can just choose to select your speech voice. I'm using a video, but others are supported.
Measuring system button.
Measuring system. Click enter on this.
Imperial.
Imperial.
Metric.
Metric. You can change that. I like to stay with metric, even though I'm from the UK. I like to stay with metric. Just makes more sense to me.
Select the gender of the voice to use for the driver.
Gender of the
male.
voice to use for the driver. This is when you're talking to the signaller.
Female.
Male or
Male.
male or
Female.
female.
Male.
I'm going to sit with male.
Use sounds instead of voice to tell the distance to a station when approaching. Checkbox not checked.
Self-explanatory.
The departure message included in some schedules will be spoken automatically. Checkbox not checked.
So this one I can't really tell what this does. I think I know what it does, but it just, when I check it, it doesn't seem to want to check. It doesn't
Activate
work.
sounds for braking curves when approaching as speed restriction. Checkbox checked.
Self-explanatory.
Warning sound when driving more than 10% faster than the current speed limit. Checkbox checked.
Again.
Activate the cipher function. Checkbox checked.
Cipher. or in England, the DSD, driver safety device, basically beeps every 30 to 60 seconds depending on the vehicle, every 400 metres. Basically, check if you're still alive, you press the key button to reset that.
Activate manual entering of the cab checkbox checked.
I'll explain more about that later.
Automatically select dynamic weather when starting a new run checkbox not checked.
Again, dynamic weather, I think that's self-explanatory.
Activate speed announcements when accelerating or braking checkbox checked.
Basically, it will tell you 46, 52, 70, whatever. When you're accelerating and braking, obviously it will tell you. It tells you about it tells you, depending on the speed, it tells you like a certain amount.
Announcement of the current throttle position checkbox checked.
Throttle position, again, it just tells you what position it's in, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or -1, -2. Yeah, self-explanatory again.
Sound master volume edit 100.
Sound master volume 100, got that. That's
Only
self-explanatory.
show consists when selecting a modded vehicle checkbox not checked.
Again, if you know anything about trains, that will make sense to you.
Activate emergencies checkbox checked.
Emergencies, I'm not quite sure what they are, but I've got them checked because they sound fun.
Deactivate the status monitor if the game is not in focus checkbox checked.
Status monitor. Now, this is interesting because the status monitor, it's like you can connect your browser display and it will show certain features. I haven't got it on at the moment, just because I haven't and I didn't bring it with me.
OK button.
So you go OK to save on the
Please select an
settings.
entry with the app.
Usually you have to exit the game and relaunch the game, otherwise some of your settings might not apply. But seeing as I came out this nice music, seeing as I had seeing as I didn't change any settings, because they were the same settings, I didn't need to do that.
Select a route pack dialog.
I should have tried to clicked. I clicked routes. So
OK
what did
cancel
I
up. Please
click?
select mod route packs.
Packs.
Select a route pack
That's the
dialog.
name of it. I do it without thinking now, sorry. Right, so you get all these
British Rail,
packs.
British Rail,
Austria,
British Rail.
British Rail,
DB. Go Transit and Subway Toronto. Barriers Elban. Subway New York. TfL London Underground. USA. VGF. Verkehrsgesellschaft Frankfurt am Main. Vienna U-Bahn. VG USA TfL London
so what
Underground.
I'm going to do,
Subway
first
Barriers
of
Elban.
all,
DB British Rail.
I'm going to jump to
DB.
a DB,
OK button.
navigate to the OK
Select your
button,
route
click that,
Bahnstreck Hanover, Hamburg.
and you get the route you want to do.
Bahnstreck Hamburg. Bahnstreck
So I'm going
Bahnstreck
to
Hanover, Hamburg.
do Hanover to Hamburg. I'm not going to do the whole route.
OK button. Select a schedule ME 3. I-692.
Here's ice, and then you get to select your schedule. For some routes there aren't schedules. For some routes there are a few. This one has two.
I-609. OK button.
I6.
I-692. Transport
It
world.
announces it
Select your
there,
vehicle dial.
and select your
Class
vehicle.
406 IC3M.
You can have vehicles.
Class
So we have-
112.1 operated by DB Regio.
I'm
Class 406
going to
IC3M.
get into the
Class 1, Class 406 IC.
406,
OK button.
which I'm sure you know if you know trains.
Select the weather conditions dialog.
It's a very nice train. Again, weather
Windy,
conditions.
sunny.
I'm just going
OK
with
button.
sunny. You can choose that, or you can go to dynamic. Or as you saw in the settings earlier, you can set it to auto to dynamic. I like to just set my own weather. Sometimes I do dynamic, but I don't think it does much really.
Transport World Simulator V1 5.
Here we go. We are in, and you can hear the ticket. Let's show me where the cab door is. You use your left and right arrow keys to get that sitting in the centre of your speakers, so it's equal. And then it's in the middle, which tends to be a bit to find if it set you off. Sometimes you get it where it's like right in the middle. It can take a bit of time sometimes. Once you learn, you might be able to do it quite quickly. You see I clicked it now. So
Blank.
now it's getting me into the seat.
Hannover Hauptbahnhof.
That was the announcement. And now, so everything's controlled with keys instead of like if you move your mouse around and click, because obviously it's hotkeys. So T,
Driver's cab activated.
driver's cab. In this order is the best. but you can do it usually whatever order you want. There are some limitations though. Actually,
Driver's cab
I'm
deactivated.
going to disable the driver's cab for a second. I'm going to enable, before I do that,
PZB deactivated.
oh, it was already activated.
PZB activated.
Enable PZB, which is the German train protection system.
Driver's cab activated.
Driver's cab activated. Then you have to activate, and then you have to press L.
Lights activated.
Then you have to press P.
Pantograph raised.
Then, if the train has it, you press H to do the main switch. This train does not have a main switch, but a lot of trains do, especially some European ones. And you do ventilation as well,
Ventilation activated.
which, yeah, and then you would release your brake sometimes, or you can leave it till the end. I usually just leave it till I'm about to depart. Then you put the train, actually, GSMR,
Register. Information. Register. GSM dialog.
GSMR, so you just
Head code
copy
6.
and paste this.
6. 692 selected. Copy to clipboard. Signal
If you
number
want
edit.
information what a GSMR is,
Blank. Blank. Blank.
paste please.
Text pasted. Signal number 1. 2. 230.
It's
Copy to
sort of
clipboard.
a
Code
bit
edit.
buggy,
Text
the
pasted.
GSMR, so
Register.
but you can
Registration
just
successful.
copy and paste it like in any text document. And then you click W
Starting program activated.
either once
Forward.
or twice, particularly to forwards depending on the train. Some trains have automatic train control or AFB, this one does, and you will set that, you will
80
look at the
kilometers
speed
per hour.
limit, but obviously 40, we're under restricted mode, so 40.
Protected 450 kilometers per hour. 40
So
kilometers
that's
per hour.
high. Use the Z and C keys on the British keyboard to do that. And let's have a test of our various train systems. So O, windscreen wipers, just get them off. X, sanding, it's for your sand. Also won't explain everything because that can be for future videos, but
1321 31. 1320. 1321 34.
it's 13:21, so we do actually need to get going. So press the left shift because the left door's open. If the right door's open, press the right shift.
Doors closed.
It says doors closed, which they're not yet, but they nearly are. Again, you will release the brakes.
Brakes released.
Then you will press and D and A, not DNA. D and A are for your for your throttle. D to increase, A to decrease.
4. 5.
Got in 5, and I'm gonna
Next block signal. Green.
AFB.
Automatic speed control activated. 80 kilometers per hour.
We've just gone past.
Next block signal. Green in 644
We've
meters.
just gone past the green signal, so I'm gonna free myself.
26.
Zugbeeinflussung.
40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80 kilometers per hour. 80 kilometers. Speed limit change to 100.
So I'm gonna explain what these are. So
45,
F1,
47 kilometers per hour.
current speed.
80 kilometers per hour.
F2, current speed limit. F3.
165,600.
By the way,
Speed
that
limit is
beep
120
was
kilometers per hour.
oh 120. I can
8, 9,
replace it.
120 kilometers per hour.
By the way, that beep was telling
78.
was the train length indicator telling me my whole train's off the platform.
165,406 meters. Hamburg, Harburg.
My next stop,
Speed limit change to 160 kilometers per hour and 927 meters.
next speed limit change.
1322.57.
By the way, that's F3
Next
for
block
the
signal,
next stop. And it would announce every time you pass the signal. F4 for the
Speed limit change to
next
160 kilometers per
speed
hour and
limit.
596 meters.
F5 and F6 are your timetable keys.
1323.14. 1437.0. Next block signal.
F5
1323.18.
when you're supposed to for the current time. F6
1437.0.
when you depart the next station.
118.
F7 if you're at a station will tell you how many passengers are waiting to get on. And F8 will tell you they don't work when you're
The speed limit is 1.
CIFA will tell you what you do, what passengers are on your train.
Blank. 5.
This
Blank.
one
020. Status monitor deactivated.
is status monitor.
5,415 meters.
That's the distance you've travelled.
119.
And that one that's been
Blank, blank,
blank
blank, blank.
is
Mixed block signal. Green.
F9, sorry, is check weather conditions.
160 kilometers per hour. 117. 160 kilometers per hour.
So now you accelerate. I'm not going to continue this route. You press backspace for brake and then Alt F4.
Your score is 105.
For some reason doesn't take you out of it when you're in the normal game. But that takes you back to the main menu. Where you exit if you wanted to leave, which we don't.
Select a route cracked up British Rail. DB, the Transit and Various Subway DFL London Underground USA. DFL London.
London Underground.
OK button.
Because Underground shows a slightly
Now
different.
select your route dialog. DFL Jubilee Line, Stanmore, Stratford. DFL Northern Line, Edgware, Charing Cross, Morden. OK button.
And these ones have ATO. This Northern Line one does. And some of them don't if they don't realistically. I'll take you one stop on this. I'll also... when I take you one stop on this, I'll show you the... Oh, here we go. So I did the same thing I did where I selected the route. It said me to select the starting stop.
Blank.
It gives you all the stops
Colindale.
on the route, which in my case is Northern Line from Charing Cross to Morden via... from Edgware to Morden via Charing Cross.
Blank.
If you want to the first station, you just leave it blank.
Button. Now select the last stop.
Then to get to the end, for the last stop, if you want to, you can either scroll down manually, or you can press the you can just do what we normally do to get to the bottom of the document when it's Morden Depot. But we want to go up. We want to go Morden. I'm not going to go the whole way. I'm just going to show you one or two stops. One stop I'm going to do the first time. I'm going to do ATO. No, not ATO. The first time we're going to drive manually, then the second time we're going to enable the ATO to show you.
Now, please set the departure time dialog.
I don't know why I really chose the Northern Line. It's just a good example. I can talk over it, it's not too loud.
7 0.
I don't know what I'm doing. See, now you can check the departure time. So I'm going to do early, nice and early.
6 minutes set it blank. 2
6 o'clock.
OK
6:02. Even 6 o'clock. Nice and early.
Minutes set it blank. 2 0.
Even
0 blank
6 o'clock even.
0. OK button.
Not 6:02. 6 o'clock. We depart at 6:02.
Select your vehicle dialog. One vehicles 1995 tube stock on the Northern
Then
Line.
you select your vehicle again. 1995 stock on the Northern Line tells you.
Select the weather conditions dialog.
Weather conditioned again.
Windy, sunny.
Sunny
OK button.
again.
Transport World Simulate.
And enter the cab, which in this case is right in front of you on this route.
Blank.
Now, usually, I'm not sure if it's randomised
This
or
station
not.
is Edgware.
You
This
get the
is a
announcement.
Northern Line train via Charing Cross,
If you know
terminating
the
at
Northern
Morden.
Line, you know that announcement. And you enable it the same way you did everything else, except this train has not got a pantograph.
Battery activated.
It's battery, this train. It can either say it's the same as T for whatever.
Lights
L,
activated.
P for pantograph, which this train doesn't have. H for main switch, which this train doesn't have.
Ventilation activated.
Ventilation. I'm going to do
Emergency call.
GFMR.
Urgent call. Accept. Register. GSM at code 6. 692 selected. Copy to clipboard. Code edit. Text pasted. Signal number 2. 234 select. Copy to clipboard. Code edit. 609 information button. Code edit. Text pasted.
You paste
Input
it.
register button.
Information tells you how to do it.
Information
I'll
button.
just click that quickly so you can hear.
Please register your train on the GSM system. Enter the provided train number and all the digits, except the first one of the signal number. Register button.
So that tells you.
Registration successful.
That beep beep says registration successful, as it just said.
Forward.
Move you forward. And this train has, you have to, as you know from London Underground trains, either here's the horn, or whistle rather.
Stand clear of the doors.
Ooh, announcements. Yeah, some of the buttons do announcements.
Stand clear of the doors.
In that case it's B. N usually does something, and M sometimes does announcements, or horn, or... N sometimes does announcements, or mirrors, depending on what train you're driving. There is a manual that comes with this that tells you
0 kilometers per hour.
B can also be the bell, or it can be another announcement.
20 kilometers per hour.
The speed is 20 kilometers per hour. I'm not going to use the AFB this time, the automatic screen control.
620.
we have
Next signal, red in 8 meters.
the red signal. When I press the 5 key to hear that. If you're going to install this game, I recommend having a read at the manual.
Speed limit change to 40 kilometers. 6 to 11.
6 to 11.
620.
It's actually... So, it's about time to go. I hope the signal
Next
is
signal,
clear.
red in 8 meters.
Oh, that ding dong.
Next signal, green in 8
It's now
meters.
green. So I'm going to close the doors. I'm going to warn people.
Stand clear of the doors.
Doors
This
closed.
train is about to depart. Please mind the doors.
And I'm going to release
Brakes
my
released.
brake by U again. And going to press D. If it will let me.
Forward.
If it will let me. Press D to
-2.
stuck on.
-3. The brakes are already released. Forward. 4, 5.
Because I didn't have
Speed limit is
the
40 kilometers per
dead
hour.
man's handle held down. You can press 1 to lock it if you can't be able to hold it down, which I did.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's the speed limit? I
40
didn't
kilometers
check.
per hour.
That's 40 kilometers.
1, 2, 1, 0, 8.
38. I'll be fine. So yeah, I'm pressing A and D like I said before.
1, 0, 9.
So 39. That's good enough. And then next speed limit.
Speed limit change 1,250. Speed limit change to 72 kilometers per hour and 72 meters.
72 meters. 72
40.
kilometers per hour of 3x. Converted
The
from
speed
miles
limit
per
is
hour,
72
so it's not
kilometers per
perfect.
hour. 5. 48.
Me in my left ear, that's the speed.
60. 1,000 meters. 43. 69. 71. 0. -2.
No,
69. 5. 02.
it automatically shuts off at the maximum speed for the train.
750 meters.
So in 750 meters, that's my next station. And when we get to the next station, I'll put the ATO on so you can see how that works. It works pretty well. And then, once we get to the station after that, that will be the end of this first look
500
video.
meters.
That's not first look, but it's the end of this introduction to audio games and TWS. Like the whole whistle even. Even
meters.
the wind, it's
Station
quite cool.
is burnt out.
-5, -4 even. I'm gonna go 4
100
because
meters.
100
75
meters
meters. 50 meters.
would tell if I ever shoot, wouldn't it?
30 meters. 24. 50 meters. -2. -0.
12 Ks.
-2. -4. 4. 0. -5.
As you can hear, that's on my left side. So that's where I need to open doors.
Doors opened.
Destination is Burnt Oak. This is a Northern Line train via Charing Cross.
Next signal, green in 2 meters.
At Morden.
Green, next signal is green, so
6527. 650.
we're actually late. Should have left 30 seconds ago.
69.
We'll wait for that's a nice number. We'll wait for all the passengers to board.
287. 10.
10 passengers need to board. There we go. And now we can do our announcement
Stand clear of the doors.
and close the doors.
Doors
This
closed.
train is about to depart. Please mind the doors.
And then we can power up again.
5. 8. 16.
Back to our max speed. Ready for the next station.
40. 1,500 meters.
So once you get it, it's pretty simple. Controls.
59. 64.
If you want to put brakes on, it's I. If you want to just do like an emergency brake.
02.
Not an emergency brake necessarily, just put brakes on
1,250 meters.
hard. Put the harder brakes on. So just it automatically shuts off. You can also have outside views as well. I'll show you when we get to the next
1,000
station,
meters.
because that's when we'll put on ATO and drive another 1 or 2 stations. Probably just drive 1 station with ATO, because this video is getting quite lengthy. I don't exactly know how long this video is. It might be going on a bit.
750 meters.
So, we will check. You say it's currently
500 meters.
500 meters. Thank you for just saying that.
0, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Yes, I see it. It's
300
installed the
meters.
staff. I try to accelerate. Doesn't work. Won't let me.
200
The
meters.
next station is Collindale.
Minus 3. Next signal, green at 100. 5.
I didn't actually say what would happen.
75 meter automatic train control activated. 50 meters. 53. 30 meters. 37. 15 meters. 21. 13. 5. 0.
That's what happens if you put the A2 on too late. I haven't actually tried that before. Yeah, but that's the A2. You press R for that.
Automatic train control activated.
I'm gonna disable it so I
Brakes
can
released.
pull up to the platform.
8.
No!
5. 0. Minus 5.
Dear, that was a music thing to say.
Doors
The
open.
station is Collindale. This is a Northern Line train via Charing Cross, terminating at Morden.
All the passengers are boarded, so
Next signal, green at 8 meters.
8 meters. Are we late?
Speed limit change 6833.
Probably.
670.
We are. A minute and a half. Anyway, so we need to go. So I'm going to close my doors now.
This
Doors closed.
train is about to depart. Please mind the doors.
I'm going to press U
Brakes released.
to release the brakes. And I'm going to press R to enable the automatic speed control. So I'm going to do it from outside view.
Outside.
So if you press the left arrow, will take you outside, and right arrow is camera views. So R to enable the automatic train progression, or ATO.
Automatic train control deactivated. Automatic train control activated.
That was interesting.
24. 32.
You can hear the train passing you. I think the design in this game is very good.
2000 meters. 54. Back.
Now, if you want,
Buffers.
you
60.
can set the buffers to go back of the train,
66. In front of the train.
in front of the train, which is basically you heard the train pass, so I'll show
71,
you.
1750 meters. Next station.
There's also next station camera where which where I'm gonna sit, because that's a slightly creepy sound. Because there's no station ambience in some of the station. In most of the
1,500
stations,
meters.
there's no station ambience. But there is tunnel ambience. So when you're standing in an underground station and the train hasn't arrived yet, it can be a bit creepy. And so we will wait for the
1,250 meters.
train to arrive. That's quite a distance away. 1,450 meters. So we will wait, and I'll explain a bit more. So on my screen there's just a black box, which is the game window, which you can't see anything in because it's a black
1,000 meters.
box. And yes, there are mods that you can download, and there's a route editor where you can make your own routes and edit the routes of the game. Make sure they're in the right folders as well.
750 meters.
You'll find manuals in the docs folder when you download the game. And there are also some other. You can get a rolling stock list from the the
500 meters.
page. You download it. Search for Transport World Simulator Tourist Fan, or just Transport World Simulator Audio is what I search to when I'm trying to get the website up, and it should work.
300 meters.
300 meters. So hopefully the train will be arriving soon, and I'll show you. It stops
200
exactly
meters.
where it's meant to.
The next station is Hendon
Usually.
Central.
Next signal, green in 150 meters. 64.
Here,
100 meters.
in my left ear,
56.
you can hear
75 meters.
the
48.
announcements are still going on. It's
50 meters.
50 meters, and it's slowing down.
30 meters. 32.
You can hear the
15
train
meters.
coming now. Here's the train.
16.
And you
8.
press the shift keys to open the
0.
left-hand doors because it's on my left side.
Doors
This
open.
station is Hendon Central. This is a Northern Line train via Charing Cross, terminating at Morden.
Brake.
I'm going to
Resume.
actually. So we're going to watch the train depart, and I'm going to say goodbye. thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like, a comment, to show what you thought, because I'm always open to suggestions on this channel. And subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Have we got a green signal?
Next signal, green in 8 meters.
Yes, we have. You'll hear this train depart, and goodbye.
Doors closed.
Train is about to depart. Please mind the doors.
Brakes released. Automatic train control activated. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 1,000 meters. 55, 60.